that are already initiated, you should already know what this is. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. See, we're going to get to that other stuff here in a minute. But what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. So, before we do anything else, just vibe. What's cracking, Major? My boy. What's up with it, Shira? How you doing this afternoon? What's up with it, Temptress the Enchantress? What's up, Brandy? What's up, Juanita? We're gonna take just a few minutes to let a few more people trickle in, and then we're gonna get right down to it. Hey, I look better than I feel, and I feel fantastic. What's up, Lisa Lynn? Pack that bitch tight, Major. If you're here, please hit the like button as you come in the front door. And in doing so, understand it ain't about my ego. It's about the algorithm. It just helps us expand the platform. That way, if you ain't trying to hear what I'm trying to have to say, at least get us out to somebody who is. And then vibe. And once I do get started here in a few minutes, I'm going to share what we got going on cosmically. I'm going to maybe speak just for a few minutes, and then I'm going to open the floor up. I'm here for you today. With the sun in Pisces and the moon in Libra, it's hard to be for anybody else but the next man. This is not a selfish energy. To be honest, none of the energy we got going on cosmically is very selfish right now. If you haven't smiled yet today, now would be the time to do so. Right now. Or as we say in Texas, rap motherfucking now. What's up with it, Judy? And if you fuck around, now would be the time to put some flame to that bitch. But if you don't, I respect it and I ain't gonna encourage it. More for me. Oh, it's about that time for you to open up your ear. Me crawl into your mind. So, what do we have going on cosmically? Well, we got this sun now at 28 degrees of Pisces. We have the moon now sitting at 5 degrees of Libra. But I want y'all to understand that even though the moon is no longer in Virgo, this is still a full moon cycle. There's still some things that need to be addressed and processed and moved past. You understand? See, it was more about the details and the routine. It was more in the thought process yesterday. And this is air too. But this right here revolves around how you deal with other people. This is a whole different realm of understanding. And that's what all you can really do, because as I was saying a second ago, with the sun in Pisces, with the moon in Libra, a lot of motherfuckers have no idea what the fuck they have going on or what they trying to do right now. That's real. They waiting for somebody else to tell them what's best for them. The sun in Pisces, that can cause disillusionment with yourself. When you got the moon in Libra also involved with this, it can be a confusing time. So what you got to do is look within yourself. Find that place that's about somebody else, that's about everybody else, and work on that. Straight up. Because it's easy to get lost in the sauce with this energy. Then you also have Mercury at 14 degrees of Pisces. You know, Venus is now at 11 degrees of Aquarius. What's up, my magic? Long time no see. And I can't stand this Venus at 11 degrees of Aquarius shit, because that's coming into an exact opposition with my Venus in Leo at 12 degrees of my 10th house. What's up with it, Ember? We got Mars now at 9 degrees of Aquarius. And those, like I said, are slowly coming out of conjunction with each other. And they're going to separate over time over the next year or so until they come back into conjunction again. And it might be a while before they come into a direct conjunction like that again. But, hey, that's actually going to help us out a little bit. It gives you a chance to process things before you put action to it. You know, you get a chance to process your feelings a little bit before you freak the fuck out. And thank God it's in Aquarius, where there's some rationality in the mix. Matter of fact, there might be a little bit too much rationality in the mix. But Jupiter is now at 18 degrees of Pisces. Saturn is now at 20 degrees of Aquarius. Uranus is now at 12 degrees of Taurus. And that's interesting. We're going to talk about that here in a second. We got Neptune at 23 degrees of Pisces. And Jupiter's coming into a conjunction with Neptune. And I feel like if anything is going to be a saving grace universally as far as this war that they have going on, that might be it. That might be it. But that's not a guarantee either, because that could also be full. This is Jupiter and Neptune, so it could easily be full. So Pluto's also at 28 degrees of Capricorn. Chiron is now at 11 degrees of Aries. Lilith is now at 27 degrees of Gemini. And the nodes, they're sitting at 23 degrees of Taurus and Scorpio, respectively. And there's a few things that stick out with that. Just like on Wednesday, the sun is still in direct sextile with Pluto And see, when the sun is sexed out of Pluto, if you can just put your motherfucking ego to the side, you can find some profound healing and make some deep transformation. Like, you can really make some changes, but you can't let your ego get in the way. And with Pisces, the ego that's in the way is a little bit disillusioned anyway. So with Pluto and Capricorn, somebody got to keep it real in the equation. Something is grounding you in that situation. So if you can't let your ego get in the way and confuse you, whatever it is that you think you're trying to accomplish, then you can accomplish great things. See, a lot of people don't understand that the ego is here to confuse you. And I was doing some work last night as far as some rituals. Let me get this real fast. I don't know, I lost my notes. I wrote some notes last night. While I was preparing. And really just what it boiled down to is, if you're on the spiritual path, your ego is needed, but your ego is going to confuse you. You know, that's basically what its job is, in an essence, to keep you grounded, to keep you rooted here in this reality, if that's what they want to call it, in this flesh, in this body, into those low vibrational ways, because that's how the ego knows how to function. You understand? And see, at the end of the day, anytime you're practicing energy work, anytime you're doing anything where you're working with magic, or anytime you're working with angels or archangels or energy, what you got to understand is this: if you're worried about what you're manifesting materially, if you're worried about this physical shit that you're trying to do and affecting what's going on in your personal life, you're kind of missing the point. That's kind of a side effect of you getting right and getting past ego, because you're not going to be able to do it the right way if you're not getting past ego anyway. See, like, doing energy work or magic, it's the art and practice of conscious evolution, man. If the source that spawned consciousness or the creator or God, is like an apple tree, then us as human beings, we're the fruit of that tree. And while most apples fall to the ground and decompose and provide the energy that sustains that tree, there are other apples that actually fall to the ground, take root, and become trees themselves. And see, that's what energy work is really doing. That's what our spiritual work is doing. Be the one that takes root. See, the purpose of working with energies and angels even too is to stimulate and foster that type of evolution where you're not just getting lost in the sauce. And so, even if you're not doing that in this life right now, in anything that you're doing, understand that with sun sexed out of Pluto, you ain't gonna be able to work shit out. You're gonna be able to get to the power that you have because you're letting your ego get in the way. And that ego is doing nothing but confusing you. Whatever it is you think you're trying to accomplish, it's in the way of what your will is really about. you know. And then the other aspects that stick out to me right now is Venus is still sextile to Chiron, and Mars is now coming into a sextile with Chiron too. And on Wednesday, when I was talking about Venus being sextile to Chiron, I was telling y'all that this is about looking back and seeing why you relate to people the way that you do. Okay, and why you end up with the type of people that you end up with. Well, this is different because now Mars is involved and there's action involved. See, when Venus was by itself, it could have been receptive and reflective. But with Mars involved, it's now projective. You understand? There's something driving it. And so with Mars involved and the actions involved, now this right here is about, you know, using your relationships and the way that you relate to people as a way to find healing. Whether it be in a conversation, whether it be looking at the way that you act, whether it just be, you know, it's time to use those relationships as a mirror and see why shit, you know, why you are the way that you are, and use it to help you get past it. You understand? Because you have to put some action to it. I ain't biblical, I promise you, but faith without works really ain't shit, I promise you. I promise you. You can work without faith, and that's real. But faith without works is obsolete, and that's true. No matter what you do. What is dead, Electric Lady? What's up, yo, kidding? What you mean, Shira? And then lastly, what's up, Blow TV? Oh, that's right. My bad. But then the last aspect. Well, there's actually two that stick out. Y'all want to hear the rougher one? or y'all want to hear the good stuff first? You know what? It's not even time for that rougher one yet. We're gonna wait a couple days for that because that aspect is developing as we speak. But Venus is square to Uranus right now, coming into an exact square to Uranus. Okay, and that lets you know that this weekend, just for this weekend, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to have fun, but do not catch feelings. You want to go out and fuck around with somebody new? You want to do something different? Do it. Enjoy. Indulge. But this is Venus in Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. Taurus wants to enjoy. It's hedonistic. Enjoy something different. Explore something new. That's what the energy says. But do not catch no motherfucking feelings because it's not going to turn out good for you with that square. Ain't nobody trying to deal with your shit long term. Not this weekend. That's straight up. Keep it all the way, player, this weekend. And if you're in a relationship already and you're already committed, do something different. Thank you, yo kidding. Do something different. Don't go home doing the same old shit with that person you're involved with this weekend, your love, your husband, your wife, your significant other, whatever the fuck it is. Boyfriend, girlfriend, creep, side piece, little dip next door, whatever the fuck it is. Do some different freaky shit. We got the moon in Libra. We got the sun in Pisces. So motherfuckers might not even be who they say they are. But who gives a fuck? Do not put your feelings involved. Have some fun. With Venus square to Uranus, hey, do something different this weekend. Do somebody different this weekend. Just don't catch feelings, because you're going to feel differently Monday. Because Mars will be square to Uranus. And that's a whole different energy. See, Venus square to Uranus, it's still pleasurable. Venus is there. But with Mars is square to Uranus, that's some tripping going on. We're going to talk about it Monday, but on Monday, when Mars comes into that square with Uranus, man, motherfuckers might be tripping. This might be that heat up before it chills out. Cosmically, universally. With Mars square to Uranus, there is no understanding. So either you do your own thing or you leave people alone. Uncle Jubu, do somebody different this weekend. Just don't give too much of your energy away. What's up, boy? In the night or some time? Hurry up, bro. But yeah, whatever it is. See, with Venus square to Uranus, Venus is in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius loves freedom above all else. It wants to have fun. It loves brotherhood. It wants to conversate. It wants to do different things. It wants to experience different things. Not in the same way as Sagittarius, but in a way that, you know, is a little bit less detached. But it's squaring Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. Uranus represents something different, something electrifying. Taurus represents comfort, enjoying yourself, hedonistic tendencies, the good things, the good life. So if you gonna fuck around, make sure you do it right. Make sure you put that thing on the motherfucker like they ain't never had it, but don't catch no feeling. Not yet. Because you're gonna feel differently on Monday. That's a promise. And the aspect that I was talking about the other day is Jupiter and Neptune, and then Mercury also coming slowly into this trine with the South Node in Scorpio. And that means that there's going to be some darkness that has to be faced before you can get to the light. And you're going to have faith. It's giving you faith. When that shit's coming into a trine with the South Node, that means you're going to go through some dark times. You're going to go through some dark times. But if you can maintain the faith, there's blessings to be had. Even if the blessing comes into lesson with that, it's sextile to the North Node. There is a blessing that comes in the lesson. But you're going to have to be willing to look past your own ass. You're going to have to be willing to face that darkness. Straight up. And with that in mind, for those of you that do energy work, and that's the only name or label I'm gonna put on it. But for those of you that do energy work and work with energies, and you know what I mean, I want to recommend 2 books for y'all. Okay, and they're both by a dude named Damien Eccles. And Damien Eccles spent like almost 20 years on death row, wrongly convicted. Spent like 12 of those years or so in solitary confinement in a hole. And in there, you know, he taught himself a lot of things, and he worked with energies. And after he came out, he had a block, and he had some things going on. And somebody approached him that knew the things that he was doing and the things that he had been manifesting and working with while he was in solitary confinement. And they wanted him to write these books. And he said he had a block. You know, he said he went from doing, he said he would do work he started out doing maybe, 10, 15 minutes to doing 8 hours, as much as 8 or 9 hours a day, just getting it in. And of course, he would spend like 5 or 6, he said he would spend like maybe 5 days a week doing spiritual work. And then he would do 1 day of the week doing material manifestation. And anyway, for him to be able to survive that long in solitary, and him to be able to get that conviction off of him, man, that says a lot. And anyway, when he got out, he had the block or whatever. He wasn't able to do the work that he was doing before. And somebody approached him and said, "Hey, man, we want you to write a book. We heard about, the things that you were able to accomplish." And, he said that, he's like, "Man, I can't write. I've been trying to write. I can't write, or I would have written already." And he said, "Well, we don't want you to write. We just want you to come in and sit down in the studio, and you can just talk, and we'll make transcripts, and then we'll write the book together." And he said, "Okay." And so he went into the studio, and in doing so, he was able to create these 2 books, and he was able to make that block. And then now he's back to able to doing, as much as 6 or 7 hours a day. And he lives here in Colorado. I don't know if he's from here, but he lives here in Colorado. But I actually only have the 2nd book here. I let somebody borrow the 1st book. But the 1st book is called High Magic by Damien Eccles. And I highly suggest you go check it out. High Magic by Damien Eccles. And it's High, Hygh. And of course, magic with the GK. Okay? And he also, the 2nd book, which is more, you're going to need to read the 1st book first. The 2nd book is called Angels and Archangels, A Magician's Guide. And that's by Damien Eccles right there also. And this just takes it even a step further. And it, for those of us that do practice, it puts a lot of things into perspective, and it really helps. And it also gives you a lot of help. and working with those energies that, people, have put specific names to as far as the angels and archangels, which at the end of the day are just energies in their self. And I'm not I don't like to say too much because I'm not a person for labels, and I don't share my personal business, but I was just putting y'all up on game a little bit on all that right there. And as time goes by, and as I get a little bit more comfortable, maybe I'll share more, but that's a very private part of myself. I used to be terrified of this type of stuff, y'all. Let me tell y'all something that happened, and I'll open the floor up, all right? I used to be terrified of all of this. Not just working with energy. I'm talking about tarot, not astrology, because I've always been in astrology, but tarot, of anything that had to do with mediumship, anything that had to do with with anything metaphysical. I was aware of it. I felt it. I had a natural understanding of it, which scared me. Okay? And so, and maybe that has to do with my Pisces moon and me having sun opposite to Neptune. And so, a big part of my spiritual awakening, and really this is one of the events that, kind of really kicked it off. It's one of the 3 events that really, pushed it. You understand? And so, and this is one of the things that did tell me I was protected. So, this is a time in my life where I'm on drugs. I'm selling drugs. I'm on drugs. All right. And I worked at a bar there in East Texas. I was assistant manager of the bar, and I was the head bouncer. And so I was out there deep in the game, and me and my lady were split up. I had my own little spot, which was not good for me, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. And so when I would get off work at night at 3 or 4 in the morning, I would go jump in the car with this chick that's so dope too, and we would be high and we would just ride around, and she would hit licks and do her business, and then we would do our thing or whatever. And so on this particular night, it's my birthday. It's my freaking birthday. I think it was some years ago, but I don't want to say the wrong number, but it was some years ago. It was my birthday. And so we get off, she picks me, or I get off work, she picks me up at my house, I leave my car there, we ride out together, we're riding around doing our thing. And so we end up going to this house, and she's like, hey man, come in here with me, we're gonna chill for a few minutes. All right, she's like, I gotta wait for somebody to come bring some money. And I'm like, all right, so we go in there or whatever. I'm shy either way it goes, even if I wasn't on that shit. And so I go in there, I'm quiet, I go sit down while she's talking to people and doing her thing. I'm just sitting in the corner. There's 2 ladies and a guy there. And one lady and a guy are sitting on the couch with old girl that came with me, and they're using drugs. I'm sitting over here by myself, kind of in the corner, just sitting there like, damn. And I'm kind of down on myself because it's my birthday. I'm out here doing drugs. Like, I'm just like, man, like, what the fuck? I was not, I was ashamed of myself, really. But I also wasn't finna not get high. It's my birthday. And so I'm sitting there, and I see the lady over there, and she's shuffling cards, and I think she's just skitzing. Like, she's just over there messing with cards. And I took note of her, but I didn't pay any more attention to her. So we're there for like maybe 30 minutes, and she just says, hey, and it scared me. And I'm like, huh? And she was like, is it your birthday? And I'm like, who told you that? She's like, is it your birthday? And I said, yeah, it's my birthday. I said, yeah, it's my birthday. And she just started, she said, shit. She said, shit. She said, come here. And I said, what? And she said, come here. And I'm thinking, hey, it's my birthday. I said, oh, something finna go there. And so I go over there and I sit where she's at the little table she's at, sit across from her. Once I know now when I sit across from her that these are tarot cards. She's flipping cards. Wah, 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 wah. She flipping cards. And so I'm like, I'm looking at her and that don't bother me. I don't believe in that shit. I couldn't, of course, it would make me scared. And so she said, it's your birthday for real? And I said, yes. And she said, do you have a mama or a grandmother that's passed away? And I said, yeah. I said, yeah. And she said, she said, shit. And she was like, come here. And she pulled me into the kitchen. And she said, let me see your hand. I put my hand out. She started looking at my palm. She started telling me stuff about myself that nobody could ever know. I mean, just telling me fact after fact after fact, details about myself. Looking at my palm. She just telling me stuff. And I'm getting scareder and scareder. And after she gets done, she closed my hand. And I look at her because she's holding my hand and I can see she's crying. And she says, I need to tell you something. She said, I need to tell you something. And she looked me in my eyes and I said, what? And she said, do you know that there is a female spirit or a, she said, I know it's feminine, but she said, there is a female, I don't know if that's your mom or your grandmother or whatever it is. She said, she is standing behind you with her hands crossed like this. And she is not going to let nothing touch you. And every time that you done thought something was going to hurt you in your life and it didn't, that was her. And she does not play about you. Like she is sitting there right now. She said she's sitting there right now with her arms crossed. And she is not going to let nothing touch you. And she said, let me tell you something. She said, she told me to tell you that, do you know that the worst part of your life is behind you whenever you want it to be? And I said, huh? And she says that the worst part of your life is behind you whenever you want it to be. She says she ain't gonna never let nothing hurt you. The only thing that can hurt you is you. And you've been doing it. You've been doing it. And I tried to pull my hand away from her and she said, no. She said, listen to me. She said, listen to me. She said, something is about to happen. And I never told her I had a sister. She said, something is about to happen to your sister. And I don't even know. But you got to do something different with your life. And I was like, what? And she was like, hold on, stay right here. And she went and got her cards. Boom, she got her cards. Wham! Hit me with the 3 spread. Whop, whop, whop. Hit me with the 3 spread. Flipped them. I don't remember what cards it was. I don't know the cards, but I listened. I know the message she gave me. Yeah, I did speak of this experience a bit last year. She flipped the cards. Wah, wah, wah. When she flipped the cards, she told me everything that's happening right now. Everything that we're doing right now, she told me about it. Told me what was about to happen. And then told me that I needed to leave her house right now. That I better not touch drugs at her house. And would I please just leave? Went and told old girl that I came with, could she please take me away from there, take me home, or do something, you know, leave with me. And it wasn't disrespectful, but like to take me away from there. That was not for me. She cannot have me over there. And I'm like, what? I'm like, man, you trying to, like, you know, I got offended. I'm like, what, you trying to say I'm a snitch? And she's like, no, I'm not telling you. Like, I'm telling you, you need to go home. This shit ain't for you. Not everybody has something special to do or has something special to work with. You got that, and you got somebody that's gonna make sure that somebody don't fuck with you, and I'm not playing with that. And that was it. That was it. I went home. I tried to keep doing drugs, and I just couldn't. Like, I tried to get high, and shit would happen that I would drop the dope. It would fall in the toilet. Somebody would walk in. I would have to hide it because nobody ever knew that I did drugs. Not hard drugs. I hid it from everybody. Not the people I live with. Not the people I work with. Not my lady. Not anybody. But yeah, just going through that, like, that made me aware of stuff. And then some other stuff started happening after that really kicked off that spiritual awakening. And I've already told that story, I think, obviously, so we ain't even gonna go there. But yeah, it was a very. I have a deck. I just don't do tarot. I'm aware of all the arcana. I know the cards now. I just, because of me having Sun opposite to Neptune, I don't fool with tarot. What's up with it, Jessica? I appreciate the love. Toya, my best buddy, my BFF, Trill in the motherfucking building. Happy late birthday too to everybody that had their birthday during Pisces season. Even if you got a Capricorn moon, happy birthday to your ass too. The floor is now open if anybody has any questions, man. I'm here to serve you. You got questions about astrology, spirituality, numerology, I got you. But yeah, because of my Sun opposite to Neptune, I don't flip the cards. And me personally, that's not my realm of expertise. That's not what I'm gonna do. I got some of the Rider-Waite cards. I got some Oracle cards. What do I think about couple with Lilith opposite Lilith? Probably amazing sex. Probably horrible for each other. No. No, yeah. Amazing sex, probably horrible for each other. Any sign can make a good tarot reader. And you would have to look at more Neptune aspects and and see what's going on as far as tarot. But yeah, with Lilith opposite to Lilith, the problem is people have a hard time getting along. That's two people with two separate agendas, not trying to compromise in any way. Lilith is uncompromising. That's the whole energy of Lilith. She was not fixing to lay down and let Alan fuck her. That's not how it goes. Nah, motherfucker, I'll fuck you. That's how Lilith gets down. You do not fuck the Black Moon Lilith. She fucks you. Either you work with her and you do what she wants, or you get fucked in the end. And that's true. There is no compromise. So you better find a way to work with her. Hey, ThE ain't got nothing on this. ThE is a little bitty skinny dude. I outweigh ThE by probably 50, 60 pounds, man. And ThE, he can rap, but he ain't never had no swag like this. Nah. Now, Neptune and Scorpio, yes, Neptune and Scorpio would be great, but it's not what placement Neptune is in. I would look at more aspects with Neptune just to see if there's anything that could get in the way of you having a clear discernment as far as, you know, communing with those type of energies. Explain the four of wands to people, major, since you're pulling cards. Lilith and Pisces. Lilith and Pisces don't want to deal with shit. You don't deal with shit. You care so much that you ain't finna deal with it. You finna get away from it. Whether it be spiritually, physically, all types of shit. I've been studying it. I have been into astrology since I was 8 years old, Lisa Lynn. I have been studying astrology in depth for going on 17 years now. I have been practicing astrology for almost 6 years. I could see that because I have Jupiter major. I already knew, but you have to understand, I got Jupiter trying to my midheaven right now, so I'm celebrating it right. Lilith in Capricorn, your ass is mean. With Lilith in Capricorn, your ass is mean. With Lilith in Capricorn, you steadily, you steadily looking at everything like a business transaction. What's up, Oliguar de la Rosa? If you can't use it, fuck it. With Lilith in Capricorn. If your ass ain't useful, then fuck them. And you mean that shit. Are you not be mean all the time? Lilith is only a part of you, Judy. But there is a part of you that is mean. There is a part of you that is very serious. There's a part of you that's always looking at everything as a transaction. There's a part of you that has no chill. There's a part of you that's relentless. with Lilith right there. Even if it comes across with a smile on his face. The devil often shows up with a smile on his face. You understand, Lilith in Capricorn? If it ain't useful, then you have no taste for it. Not feelings, not dick, not pussy, not anything. Not friends. If it ain't got a purpose, you ain't got no taste for it. And if it fucks with you on whatever you're trying to accomplish, you ain't got no taste for it. Even if you can smile about it. Shout out to Othello for making this beat right here. I didn't make this beat. Shout out to my boy. Now, hold up, I'm missing questions. And hey, if I missed your question, please ask me again because I can only see so fast and y'all see me smoking. I will try to answer it. But if you don't want me to miss it, you can always hit the super chat and I never miss it. But that don't mean I'll never ignore anybody's question because I love y'all and I'm going to do everything I can to be here for you. Alright, Lilith in Aries. Lilith in Aries, you do not give a fuck. You'll start some shit. That's what Lilith in Aries means. Like, there's going to be times where no matter what other signs you have going on, you just do what the fuck you want. And you don't care what nobody thinks about it. And you don't give a fuck if a fight come with it. It's not that you always want to trip with people. It's just a lot of times people want to trip with you because you want to do what the fuck you want to do and you don't give a fuck. And so that's the problem with that, Lilith in Aries. Lilith in Leo in the 11th house. It's you and the people you hang out with. You understand? Like, you like to hang out with people that cause drama with Lilith and Leo in the 11th house. Lisa Lynn. You might not even be a problem. It's the people that you hang out with that bring drama into your life. The shit that you involved yourself in. Hold up, best friend. Ask again. Sinistry, Lilith, Mars conjunct in Leo. Hey, y'all probably get turned on like a motherfucker, but y'all probably be fighting like a... That's two very proud energies. That's two very proud energies. Mars in Leo approaches everything like they already have it, like it's already theirs. Lilith in Leo is not going to be possessed. Why? Because I'm the motherfucking king, bitch. It's awesome. It's sexy. But somebody probably going to have to get put to the side. Lilith in Cancer. You care too much. And you don't want to care so much. That's the thing with Lilith in Cancer. You care so much that sometimes you do manipulative shit. You care so much that sometimes you're controlling. You care so much that sometimes you want to act like you don't give a fuck. And you care so much and you just do shit that gets in the way. Stop pulling cards, nigga. Who I miss? That card pulling is an addiction. That's why I don't pull cards. Don't Cancer Lilith be greedy with people's money? It could, but that's not one that comes within the normal interpretation of Cancer Lilith. You'd have to look at the house that's in. If that's in the 2nd house or the 8th house, yeah. Cancer Lilith can be greedy with people's money. The 11th, It's possible. 11th is games. But nah. Lilith in Aquarius in the 5th house. Lilith in the Aquarius in the 5th house is somebody that might be in the closet, to be honest with you. Lilith in Aquarius in the 5th house is somebody that don't want to be tied down. They're a hoe. They want to be free. Their freedom is everything to them. They'll do anything to keep their freedom. And they're not attracted to anything in particular. They're attracted to freedom. They want to do different shit. That's Lilith in Aquarius in the 5th house. And they want to do whatever's fun to them, no matter who gives a fuck with it. And they want attention. 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 And they put everybody in the friend zone while they fuck them. But both Lilith in Gemini and Lilith in Aquarius could point to somebody that might not be forthright about their true sexuality. And they might not have a sexuality, and that's the point. They might be a trisexual. They're willing to try anything once. What's up, Mohawk? Did I miss any of y'all's questions? You said you think Cancer and Lilith Taurus are the West. Lilith Taurus be greedy with people's money and their money. Lilith Taurus ain't gonna give you shit. And they look at everything like a possession. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to show love. What are tips for practicing astrology instead of just studying? Study it first. Study it first. And keep studying it. Never think you know everything. I appreciate the love, Troya, for real, family. My motherfucking best friend, for real. Sun conjunct Neptune in Capricorn, 2nd house. Is that a good placement for tarot reading? Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the first tip to understanding astrology is understanding that you don't know everything. Understanding that this is something that's ever evolving. Your understanding is going to keep expanding. Things are going to change. Your interpretations of certain placements will change over time because you get a better understanding of them. You feel them out. You meet people with those placements that change your opinions on those placements. You're going to get past what you just read and what you were just taught by a book or by me or by anybody. You develop your own understanding. And once you are able to develop your own understanding, that's when things make its own way. And just understand that in developing your own understanding, even if you're practicing, you do not know everything. You do not know everything. Do not get your ego involved. Because the minute you do that and you tell somebody, well, I think you're like this and you're like that and so, that's when there's going to be some Aquarius motherfucker or some motherfucker with some prominent Uranus placement that's going to tell you, I'm nothing like that. Like, You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to have respect for the process. Oh, my bad. Scorpio moon, 15 degrees, meaning Aquarius sun, 1 degrees. What can I tell you? I can tell you that you keep everybody at arm's distance. I can tell you that you're so deep and private that sometimes you don't know who you are. I can tell you that some days you wake up, you're a completely different person than you were before. And that's why it's hard for anybody to know you and you to know yourself. I feel like you're very powerful and you know how to handle business very well. And you have great business savvy and you're extremely intelligent and deep. But you keep everything and everybody at arm's distance. So yeah. Judy, with Venus trying to Pluto, you're magnetic and people are drawn to you. Money easily comes to you. You know how to handle yourself well, but you also ain't no bitch. Don't nobody run over you. There's something powerful about you that keeps motherfuckers coming. And anytime you deal with anybody in any type of relationship or anytime you fool with somebody on an intimate level, everybody comes out better in the process. Whether they come out more powerful, better financially, whatever it is, it's always a better experience with that. That's what Venus trying to Pluto means. And then with Lilith in Aries, and it's square your Sun, Venus, Mars, Neptune, Uranus, which are in Capricorn. What does that mean for you? It means that you're usually a very controlled person, but every now and then you have problems with authority. Every now and then you just wild out and you don't give a fuck. Like, it also means that you're very serious and you'll fight. You'll fight. And you're usually really cool. And usually you're all about doing things the right way. But there is a piece of you. And that's why it's a square to all of that. There is a piece of you that's really way different than every other part of you. There's a piece of you that don't give a fuck about the steps or don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. You're going to do it your way. And maybe that helps with your ambition because that piece of you is what's fearless. That's what pushes you to keep accomplishing things, Jaquela. It's not a bad thing. You're fearless. Straight up. What are my thoughts on different dimensions? I have several different thoughts on different dimensions. I could start at the basis of my understanding of dimensions. There's my thoughts on beings or entities from other dimensions. There's my thoughts on what people think space is and what really it is. You understand? When people are going to space, they're just going really high up in the sky. They're not leaving the Earth's atmosphere because there is nothing there. The CIA has already published the paperwork saying this is a fucking energy hologram. So everything they're doing is just making you believe things are a certain way. You are a projection yourself from somewhere else, from another dimension of experience. You are an energy hologram. That's why you can astral project. That's why you're able to leave this. Whatever the energy hologram means. But also understand that what people say as aliens, what people say as even demons and ghosts sometimes are things that are beings that are coming from other dimensional planes. And let me explain y'all something. Say this is 2D, right? This flat piece of paper, this is 2D. I have written on this paper, right? But see, because of the angle, and because it is only 2D, because this is only going that way, When something is 2D, it can only go linear. 2D can only go linear. It's flat, right? 3D adds another dimension to it, plus the invisible dimension of time, which is really a fabrication, but it is something that is real. Just because it was fabricated doesn't mean it's not real. If you go make a cake right now, it's a real fucking cake. It did not exist before, but it's a real fucking cake. And I got you about your Saturn return. Hold on, Moha. It's a real fucking cake. And so, when you're talking about something being 2D, the things that exist on a 2D plane cannot see any way but that way or that way. They can't see that way or that way. That's not how it works. And they damn sure can't see diagonal and every other which way. So if you're existing on a 2D plane, us here on the 3D plane are at a level of observation in which we can observe things on a 2D plane, but things on a 2D plane cannot observe us. Well, there are at least 11 established dimensions scientifically. So if we're on a 3D plane, you have to understand that there is something going on at a level of observation on the 4D or 5D plane that we cannot perceive. They can perceive us, but we cannot perceive that. And it might even go higher up in the hierarchy. But that's period. That's period. Hey, hold on. Duquesne. Oh, Duquesne ain't here. Fuck. That's period. That's period. So understand. It's that simple. People try to make things a lot more complicated than it has to be. Shit is simple. And that's why people don't understand things. It's because they're always looking beyond what's right in front of their face. That's why you have to understand that. That explains cartoons. But it also explains why we exist on a plane that is really one of the lower levels of perception. It also explains seeing ghosts, because you're seeing things that are moving non-linear. Yes. Shira, yes, absolutely. Hey, this is gonna pause for a second. I'm not turning it off, y'all. Hold on, I gotta answer a text real fast, and I'm using my device. We back. Finna take this lady out to eat. But yes. That's how you. That's a quick explanation of dimensions. Like I said, people try to make things overcomplicated, and it's not. Just like if you want to understand if there's a creator, do you believe in math? If you add $2 together, if you add $1 and $1 together, do you have $2? Yes, you do. So for something to move, for something to be for there to even be a big bang, for there to be anything here, something had to push it. If there's a big bang, something had to hit the switch. For matter to, if something said let there be light, something had to hit the switch. And that's the same thing as the Big Bang. The Big Bang. If matter had to suddenly get into motion, something had to stir that shit up and make it start moving. Nothing from nothing makes nothing. So something had to be there before. And then people say, well, if God created us, or the creator created this universe, what created God? Motherfucker, you're putting God as a part of time, and man created time. This is something that is a construct of us. It is real, but we constructed it. And God, or the creator, or that energy, whatever it is not a part of that. There is no before God. God is always. Energy is always. Love is always. There's no before, there's no after. It's just existence. What happened before you were born? What happens when you're gone? It's just existence. You're just going to be another part of existence. Straight up. The laws of physics are the laws of metaphysics. It all is tied in together. Motherfuckers try to put their label or their denomination or their religion on it, and that's what makes it overcomplicated. This earth shit does not matter. Everything that you can perceive of as evil in this human body has to do with that human body. If you didn't have a human body, there would be no rape, there would be no murder, there would be no assault, there would be no motherfucking molestation, there would be no kidnapping, there would be no theft. That leaves one thing: lying. Well, as I've told y'all before, on the other plane, there is no audible communication. When energies approach each other, their intentions are made known. So there is no lying. So everything that you can perceive of as evil has to do with that physical body that you have. And that doesn't mean that you need to be around motherfuckers and deal with them if they're killing people and they're molesters and they're living a fucking crazy ass, nasty ass lifestyle. No. It just means hurt people hurt people. I don't want you to hurt me. I don't want to hurt anybody else, so I'm going to stay out your way. And yes, Buddha Monkey, the answer is to go to your North Node. In this life, the answer is to go to your North Node. If you want to look at numerology, you use your life path to get to your life destiny. And I don't want people to ever get that mixed up. Your life path is something that you're on naturally. And you can decide to live the higher or lower vibration of that. And a lot of people live both. But you utilize the tools of your life path and the energy that naturally comes with you with your soul number to go towards your life destiny number. Because if you ignore the life destiny number, that's when you incur the karmic debt. And that's straight up. Oh, I've been on one today, Shira. Then your whole life is about you being versatile. Kane? Your whole life is about you making sure that you're willing to go with the changes, and you don't let nothing hold you down, and you just stay towards freedom, and you just take everything as a learning experience. That's what that 5 means. Life means who knows what'll happen to you in your life. You could have all kinds of experiences. All you got to do is maintain being a good person throughout all of those, and you accomplished your life path. Don't lose your head. Don't trip out. Don't let nothing break you. That's what that 5 means. Change. That's right. Major, Destiny 7 means you're going towards a spiritual awakening. You're a serious person. Sometimes everything has to be real to you, and everything has to make sense to you. So you're going to have shit happen to you that doesn't make sense in this life when you got that. Anytime you're looking at that 7, you're looking at shit that's going to push you and pressurize you into a spiritual awakening. I don't know the point of 3D. I don't know. If I told you that, if I knew, I would probably just vanish right here in front of you. If I knew the point of this whole life, like some people try to portray themselves to know, then I would just vanish right here. With my son in the 9th house, that's my whole purpose, is to find the purpose. So, with a life path 1, you know, it's about being fearless and independent. Life path 1 is Leo, fire, and Aries energy. Even if nobody follows you, you need to be willing to go your own way. You got to be willing to do your own thing. But the thing is, that can make you selfish. Or make people think you're being selfish. And Moha, what'd you say about your Saturn return? What's going on with your Saturn return? What house you experiencing this Saturn return in? I ain't gonna leave you hanging, baby. You said what energy is the number 5 if the 1 is Leo energy? Are you talking about it? And you don't need to look at it like that. The 1 can be Leo or Aries. It's just more, you know, it's kind of more fire energy a little bit. Not as much as Sagittarius, because that would be more 7 or 9 or somewhere back there. But 7 is more Sagittarius and Capricorn type stuff. But I see a lot of Capricorns have 7s. But your sun sign or your astrology is not going to be directly correlated to each individual life path, because each individual life path can carry some traits of different signs to it, because each sign has different shades that and different ways that it plays out and manifests depending on what house it's in and depending on what's aspecting it. You know, you can look at a 9 as Pisces energy, you can look at 11 as Pisces energy, you can look at a 33 as a Pisces energy. All right, you can look at a 4 as Capricorn energy. You can look at a 22 as Capricorn energy. You can look at a 7 as Capricorn energy. You can look at an 8 as Taurus or Scorpio energy, one of the two. Like, you can look at that shit all kinds of different ways. So don't put one sign, you know, and give it a signature to one numerology placement. But the 5 is much more like Aquarius energy. It's much more like Gemini energy. It's about change. It's about being willing to deal with whatever comes. It can even be Scorpio in some ways, but it's not as much as powerful transformations as much as Scorpio in Taurus would be with that 8. You know, the 8 is meant to empower you. See, the 1 is about being a leader. The 8 is about being a boss. And there's a difference. And I'm not saying one's better than the other. The 8 is about learning how to deal with a lot and learning how to handle a lot, because you're going to be given a lot materially, power-wise, all kinds of stuff. The 1 means dealing with whatever you got and just going with it. And nines in any of the master numbers are indicators that you've lived a long time, especially if that's your soul number. I would look at your soul number for that. Your soul number is more indicative of how long you've been alive. Look at your soul or your soul urge number. Like I'm 11 and my soul urge number is an 11. And the first thing I'm gonna tell somebody when I interpret an 11 is hey, on a soul urge number or soul number is, hey, you're an old soul. You've been here a long time and you've been doing it over, and that's why you got this 11 right here. So yeah. Woo. Your Saturn number is in your your Saturn return is in your 6th. You gotta, that's your health. That's you and your routines. Like if you want your Saturn return to ease up on you right now, then you got to find some type of routine that eases it up on you. Whether it's health-wise, physically, spiritually, mentally, you got to get in some type of strict, consistent routine and stick to it. And that'll help you with Saturn in the 6th in a Saturn return, because that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what this is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's showing you discipline, whether it be health, whether it be in your job, whether it be in your daily affairs, or all of them together. You got to get into something that's consistent for you. Soul urge number 3, or heart desire. Your heart desire, your soul urge. But that's an 8. You already know. That means you a boss, Shira. You about your money, and you have a whole bunch of placements that show that. Like you ain't meant to be letting anybody hold you down, and we talked about that before. You know, you are a force. What's up, beautiful blue lotus? You caught us in the end, y'all. I'm gonna have to go in like 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, because I got a dinner date. Miles Jowers, I don't even know what a past life number is, bro. I don't know what like maybe that's something else called something else. What's up, Night Sky Wisdom? Lilith in the 4th house tomorrow. What you mean? Lilith in the 4th house tomorrow. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know what you mean. What's tomorrow? I don't do shit on Saturdays. I might come live on a Saturday every now and then. I'm just saying, I'm sure what you mean. Aquarius can rule your central nervous system, but it also rules over the shins and the ankles. notice. I don't know if I said anything about that. I never know anything about a past life number. Maybe that's something, another number. They're calling one of their 5 core numbers something else. Back to the degrees meaning. What does it mean from low 1 degree to high 30 degrees? I don't put all that significance to every degree like that, bro. Some people put a signature to a certain energy to every single degree, but I don't necessarily think it's that crucial. I'm aware of that system, but I don't do that. So what do I think about Sag in the 10th with Pisces Mercury? Are you talking about in one person? Or are you talking about synastry? That wasn't me. I didn't say I was going in on Lilith in anything. Did I say that, y'all? Did I say I was going to go in on Lilith in the 4th house on Saturday? I don't think I said that. You might have been mistaken. That wasn't me. Wasn't me. If you have a question about Lilith in the 4th house, I got you though. Oh, okay. Yours for career. Sagittarius in the 10th with a Pisces Mercury. You need to be doing something, talking to people spiritually, teaching. Something where you're sharing all that wisdom that you got. And yes, math is one of the languages of the universe. It's a part of the algorithm of our existence, you know. That sacred numerology is a motherfucker. Speaking of which, Buddha Monkey, you will have your reading by Wednesday. I promise you that. I've already started working things out and making notes. So you're moving up in my list there. So tell you about yourself. Life path number 4. Destiny number 4. Lilith in your 4th house. You're a builder. You're a serious person. You're about some money. And it's not because you want money to rule over anybody. It's because that's what makes you feel safe, is building things. And you're just about, you're about making something last in this lifetime. And you want your legacy to go for a long time. So with that 4, who is who? Major. With that 4, you just, you're somebody that's about something. I'm actually about to drop a whole video on life path 4s, and you've always been somebody that's about something. Yeah, I got to here in a minute. I'm about to.
This gem. Look at it.
That's what I'm supposed to tell you. That's what a 4 means. Now, Lilith in the 4th house means that you have problems with your family. Something about your family growing up, or one of your parents, you know, fucked you up in some way. That's what Lilith in the 4th house means. Or maybe not having a parent there might have fucked you up. Whatever it was, you have something going on with one of your parents with Lilith in the 4th house, or your family. That's what Lilith in the 4th house means. But, you know, because of that, it made you a serious person. And because you had a fucked up, you know, a fucked up childhood, that's what made you want to be the person that you are. That's what made you want to build. That's what made you want to make something safe for yourself and the people that you care about. That's where that came from, because you didn't have that growing up. With Lilith in the 4th house, you didn't have that fucking, that safety and that place of comfort when you were a kid. So what you want to do with that 4 and that life destiny number is build you something for real that's going to be okay for you and your family, and make something that's long lasting, that's different than what you experienced before. That's what that means. I know it. Hey! Hey! Let me put this out. I gotta call my kids in here. Hold on. Come here. You still dressed? Make sure you got your shoes on. We're gonna go eat.
Yeah.
You need to put your clothes on. Put it back on. Come here, give me a hug first. Come say hi to me live, y'all. Both y'all can if you want to.
Hi.
What's up? Say what's up.
What's up?
You want fun?
No.
Huh?
No.
Ow! All right, go. That nigga socked me. That's what you're dealing with. That's what happens when you got an Aquarius, Sun, Virgo, Moon, little Pisces rising, baby. You major. You do big things. Little motherfucker sock me. But let him have a nightmare. Then I gotta get your clothes back on. Yeah. Sorry. I am a Cancer, but I got Capricorn in the 4th house. Life with Aria. Oh, you got Lilith in Capricorn in the 2nd house. Yeah, you seriously about some money. Yeah, he's a Pisces ascendant. He'll tell you that. All my boys know all their placements. All my kids know it. They know plenty about astrology because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah. And with him, he just naturally understands stuff like that. Him being Aquarius, he just naturally understands that type of stuff. You know? His brother. You telling me to sleep with that, Kane? Moon in the 12th house. All right, you take on so much from everything and everybody, you got to have some time by yourself, no matter what your sign is with your moon in the 12th house. Make sure you're getting some time by yourself. No, I'm saying, no, I was just talking shit, Kane. I was saying that he'll come in here and punch on me and hit me, but if he has a nightmare or he gets scared, first thing he's gonna do is run on here trying to hug and trying to be up under me. That's what I was saying. My Cancer had my feelings hurt because he socked me. But I'm rough like that with my boys. And they are, especially his brother, man. His brother, that Libra and Gemini, like, he gonna tell you everything but the truth, boy. Straight up. That was him, the one that just socked me. He don't say he don't say I love you. He says my head hurts. He says my head hurts, if anything at all. My baby, my daddy's boy. He mean like that, but that's still my daddy's boy. All of them are, bro. He is because he chooses to be. Jaheim, the middle one, messes with everybody. He's everybody. He loves everybody. He's a Libra. He spreads his love and lies out evenly. And his brother, the Virgo rising, Leo sun, and Gemini moon don't really mess with nobody. He cool. But he's quiet. Yeah, she's on her way home. Right now. My father, I don't know. He's obviously doing better because I haven't heard from him. My daddy only calls me when he's scared. And they only call me when, when they need something. I love my daddy, but he's probably all right for now because I ain't heard from him. Next time he has a scare, then I know. Yep. I don't have all boys. I don't have all boys, Night Sky. My daughter's the oldest. And they have a sister that's not mine biologically, but they also have a sister that's grown now. I just, I shake my shit. I might just look young, but I'm not no whippersnapper. My daughter's 15. She's a Leo rising, Capricorn sun, Libra moon. She thinks she grown, like all Capricorns. And she always been grown, to be honest. That's the thing with Capricorns, is they always been grown, man. It takes them learning how to loosen up and chill the fuck out. It takes years and years and years for them to chill the fuck out and turn into cool people. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Almost that time. Hey, I'm not gonna make no promises, but I'm gonna try to come live tomorrow. Monday, I will be dropping a video on the Life Path 22. And I'll probably go live. And who knows after that? I ain't gonna make no promises. If you're waiting on a reading, you will have it on time. Buddha Monkey, like I said, yours will be delivered or sometime on Wednesday or before that. It could possibly be before that, but it is. Anybody else that's waiting for a reading, you'll get it when you're supposed to get it. Because I happen to be a man of my word. I love all y'all. I thank y'all for the love and support. We finna be done with this shit. If y'all are interested in the astrological or numerological readings whatsoever, do not hit me up in my comments. Shoot me an email at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Connect. Alright. You know I love you, family. And I ain't one to speak, but let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna say this real fast. Be the person that you want other people to be. That's what you need to do this weekend. That's what you need to do all the time. I'm the type of person that I want other people to be. I'm the type of person that I'm going to show love and support. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to do the things that I want y'all to do. Just like y'all are here, showing me respect. I go in other people's lives. I go in, if I catch any other astrologer on live, whether it be Dolo or anybody, I'm going to go donate. I'm going to go tell them I support them, even if I don't agree with them. And I'll tell them that too. Hey, we ain't the same, but I love you, and I support you to the fullest. Here's some money. Because that's what it's about. Be the type of person that you want other people to be. Straight up. Straight up. I thank all the love. Bestie, Moha, Beautiful Blue Lotus, Shira. Hey. I don't know where Taekwondo was today. I don't know where Mr. Nobody was, but he'll probably catch up later on. Major, my boy Logan. And we ain't talking about Wolverine. He stays sharp, but he even cooler than that. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Hey, if Witcher on these hoes pops up in this bitch, much love to Witcher on these hoes. Witcher on these hoes ain't even here, but much love to my people's Witcher on these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a Witcher myself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Oh, everybody, I did hear from Yoshi. Yoshi does be tuning in. She just don't be saying nothing. So, Yoshi, if you catch this, much love. Much love to Nino Domingo. My boy Nino been hitting it. What's up, Inquiring Mind? We finna be out. You know what I'm saying? Much love to everybody. Everybody that's down with this motherfucking, this vibe tribe. Everybody that's here, man. Y'all sure let me know that Venus in the 10th house is a real thing, boy. Y'all motherfuckers be confirming that. Finna go to dinner. I'm finna go eat a big as your face burrito from a really fancy Mexican place. I might even, you know what I'm saying? I might even get up and salsa in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Woo! I don't drink, but it might be a margarita in that hole or 3. You know what I'm saying? Do I get to talking shit? Because as a Cancer with a Pisces moon, it don't take much. If I get a sip in me, I'm finna come up out that shell. Quit pulling cards, major. Put the deck down. But straight up, man, I might be in that bitch just you know what I'm saying? I might cuss everybody out in the Mexican restaurant. I'm capable of all that type of shit. My moon is in the 5th house. Behaving is not what I do best. Motherfucker gotta tell me to behave. Y'all don't understand. I'm cool, I'm chill, and I'm a Libra rising. So I respect people, but I do not do good. I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna play in public. I'm gonna laugh. Like, that's me. My moon is in the 5th house. You know what I'm saying? My Venus is in Leo, and that's my chart ruler. And that's there in the 10th house. Like, especially if you got some serious Capricorn and Taurus, like, you don't want to play with me. You don't want to play with me. I play with the kids in the store. I scare the kids. I'm a great dad, but torturing my kids is part of my life. Like, that's what makes this shit worth it. If you can't scare the shit out your own kids, why are you even a parent? Why are you fucking if you can't scare your kids? And maybe that's just a black thing. I don't know. But I'm finna scare the shit out these kids. Like, what's up, Mr. Chambliss? For real. If you can't scare the shit out your kids, you ain't even living. Cause sometimes you got to induce some fear factor in this shit. If they got some nightmares, that'll just bring your family closer. They'll run in there and say, "Oh, I got some nightmares." But little black kids usually don't come in there and say they got nightmares. Cause they scared to come wake you up. I know I was scared to go wake anybody up. My mom and them, I would go sneak in their room and go get in the closet, or I'd go get under the bed, or go turn the light on and get in my closet. But shit, waking your parents, you better not come in there. On Saturday morning, you better be as quiet as possible. On Saturday morning, when we was growing up, I'm not talking about at my house. I'm talking about growing up. When we was growing up, and y'all know that. On Saturday morning, when them cartoons came on, if you was allowed to go watch TV, you better be quiet. It wasn't, for us, it wasn't like a lot of y'all on Christmas Day. We couldn't just go run in there and jump in our parents' bed on Christmas morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, "Mom, Dad, let's go open presents." We could not do that shit. You better not do no shit like that. First of all, if you get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when you black, your presents probably ain't there yet because they ain't got their ass up and put them under the tree yet. Second of all, if you go in there trying to wake them up, they probably tell you, "Take your ass back to bed. It's not time to get up yet. Take your ass back to sleep." Like that, you gonna get that at least once a month, fucking with your parents if you was growing up in the hood. Like, you better not have your ass up. You could be up at, because your parents was partying the night before, you could be up at 9 o'clock. And your parents ought to take your ass back to sleep. It ain't time to get up yet. Get your ass in that room. You don't know how many times motherfucker done told you to quit going in and out. These kids these days don't know it. So it's your obligation to scare the shit out these kids. You got to scare the shit out these kids. I ain't saying abuse your kids. I'm saying scare the shit out of them. My kids think I got a spirit friend named Moki Moki that is ready to kill them at all times. And the only motherfucker that can keep them from getting killed by Moki Moki is me. So they better listen. Because if I unleash Moki Moki in this bitch, it's fishing to be a problem. And I'm the only motherfucker that has any, and sometimes I can't control Moki Moki. So that's why I tell him, hey, you better stay right, because sometimes Moki Moki can get out of control. You gotta do your goddamn thing. Aguilera, you said you offered everything possible to be friends with your baby boy. Don't worry about being his friend. Just be his father or his mother. I don't know. I don't know your name, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but just be his parent. Don't worry about being their friend. Be their parent. But yeah, you got to scare the shit out of these kids, because I guarantee you, my kids are scared the shit out of me. And that 12-year-old, the oldest boy, he done hit puberty fast. That little motherfucker strong as hell. You got to have some type of motherfucking psychological advantage in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Moki is the same motherfucking scary ass shit that Mexicans and black folks been scaring their kids with from ages. The boogeyman, even white folks. The boogeyman, motherfucking Kukui, La Trusa, all that shit. That's the shit that motherfuckers been scaring their kids with since way, you know what I'm saying? La Llorona, all that shit. That's the shit they've been scaring their kids with. You better not take your ass by that water. When I was a kid, the Mexicans had me so scared to go to the lake, I did not fuck with the lake. The water, the pond, anything. If it wasn't a motherfucking swimming pool, do not take me over there. You know, bitch ain't finna fucking take me in the motherfucking water. Religion, Jesus, yeah, they scare you with everything. You goddamn right, Major. Your ass is going to hell. I remember when I was 8 years old. This is how I'm a spiritual person. When I was 8 years old, my grandfather was a pastor of the church, and he died when I was really young. But I grew up in a Pentecostal on my daddy's side, in an Episcopal church on my mama's side, and so I read the Bible from cover to cover. So I got to Revelation. I was 8 years old, and I'm sitting in the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet, reading Revelation. And I got so scared, I started crying and bawling. I started having nightmares every night that the rapture was happening and that my family was floating away into heaven, and I was on the ground jumping at them and screaming like, please, don't leave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens when you have your son in the ninth house. You know what I'm saying? That's also what happens when you got motherfucking religion pushed on you from all sides. And you don't buy it. But my baby, the Aquarius sun, Virgo moon, my little baby boy that was just in here, the Pisces rising, he does not do crisis. He'll freeze up. If something happens, he freezes up. That's what he does. He's cool most of the time. He's not emotional, but if something happens, do not look to him to go jump to action fast. And maybe he'll get over that, but he has something where, I think he has Chiron in Aries, and that might have to in his first house, and that has something to do with it. Like, he freezes up. He does not, it's hard for him to just take action. I'm about to be done so we can go. Oh, it's time to go, y'all. It is time to go. I got a date. But yeah, he freezes up. The middle one, he might freak out because one time he got stuck in the seatbelt in the car. He had twisted himself up in it, and he was really tripping. The oldest one, he don't trip about nothing. He's so calm. He takes everything. Because he's handled everything with his middle brother and the baby brother and his sister and his mama and me. Like, he's calm. Nothing shakes him. He does not let anything. He's always gonna make sure that he handles stuff the right way, and he just stays calm. He don't get shook a lot unless you probably about to whoop him or something, and then he gets upset because he doesn't really fuck up like that. And so ass whoopings really him, and with that Leo sun, he's so proud. Taking an ass whooping is really demeaning to him. And so anything that, you know what I'm saying, that might cause him to get in trouble, or somebody chastise him or whoop him or ground him or anything, because I don't even hit him anymore. When they were young, I did whoop them. But as I've grown into my spiritual understanding, I've grown away from that. But he does not fuck up. So if he gonna get in trouble, it crushes him. It crushes him. And he does not let nobody down. He's a Virgo rising, Leo sun with a Gemini moon. And I mean, I've seen it rarely that other twin comes out, but he's the type of person that he does not like letting people down. It really bothers him. And he really will trip out. But I love y'all. I gotta go. It's family time.